program, having this important conversation around demographics, entrepreneurship, and technologies defining future economies. So welcome everyone, and I will now leave the stage to our MC to conduct the rest of the session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Eba. I would like to now welcome our host for today, or our co-host for today, John Paul Okwiri, OGW, the CEO of Konza Technopolis. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Gachagua, our Principal Secretary is present, Engineer John Tanui, Professor Kisiangani, and our good professor from Zimbabwe. Our board, led by our chairman, Professor Rafael Munavu, the ISP President, Lena Miranda, ISP CEO, Eberland, the executive board of ISP and ISP members present, delegates, esteemed delegates, my colleagues, CEOs, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning once again. Mine is to welcome you to the vibrant city of Nairobi, Kenya. We are deeply honored to host the 41st International Association of Science Parks and Areas of Innovation World Conference, a milestone that last graced our continent 16 years ago in South Africa. Today, I stand before you with immense pride as we raise the flag high for Kenya and Africa, showcasing our shared commitment to innovation, knowledge exchange, and economic growth. At Konza Technopolis, we have a bold commitment to innovation. We believe that today's global challenges require bold, fresh ideas. This is why we place innovation at the heart of our city. As we continue to grow, we extend a warm invitation to counties, cities, and nations that wish to partner with us. We are ready and willing to collaborate, scale, and share this innovation journey. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and appreciate the incredible support Konza has received from various partners around the world. Nations such as Korea, China, Spain, Italy, and the USA, among others, as well as global entities like our platinum sponsor, Huawei, and emerging tech sector disruptors such as BridgeTech have been instrumental in helping us realize our vision through funding, technology, and ideas. Their unwavering belief in Konza's potential has been crucial to our success. As we embark on these weeks of collaboration, dialogue, and discovery, I look forward to the fruitful discussions and innovative ideas that will emerge. I believe that after many months of preparation and planning, we are all set for a great world conference that is the ISP Nairobi. I welcome you to enjoy every moment and to share in our magical Kenya, the Africa's Silicon Savannah spirit, united in our commitment to harnessing the power of science, technology, and innovation to drive sustainable development. Thank you all, and I wish you a successful and inspiring conference. Asante sana. Thank you.
Thank you, John Paul. And coming quick on his heels is the chairperson of the board of Konza Technopolis, as he mentioned very proudly, our African Silicon Savannah. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Professor Raphael Munavu.
The Deputy President, Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Gachagua, I would like to also recognize the principal secretaries who are here with us. I would also like to recognize those members who are representing various science and technology institutions in our country and also in our region. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everybody. Today is a very, very special occasion for us, and it's a major honor for us as a country to host this international function, which is the 41st get-together of the International Association of Science Parks. And you may wish to know that our peers in ICT and the digital economy happens to be the head of the African chapter of ISP. So really, it's a major honor for us, and I feel very honored to be able to welcome you to Nairobi, to Kenya, to participate in this activity. On behalf of the board of Konza Technopolis and also our partners, internal, regional, and also external, we are very thrilled to be able to host this prestigious global event. It brings together leaders, it brings together visionaries, it brings together innovators from across the world to explore the frontiers of science, of technology, of innovation, and most important, entrepreneurship and commercialization. When we talk about knowledge-driven economies, really, it is not the knowledge, but it is how that knowledge gets commercialized to meet the needs, to meet the goods of mwananchi, of the ordinary citizen. The theme of the conference has been projected, and it is very, very clear. We are talking about charting the frontiers of future economies. We are dreaming about our future. And to dream about the future, we must reflect on the demographics that we are dealing with. The youth, how they will be occupied, how they will be able to contribute to the development of the world. Konza Technopolis is Kenya's Silicon Savannah, and we are very proud to be part of this transformation journey. We are a smart city, and we are also a hub of innovation, because that is extremely important. We must be able to have centers of innovation, and once the young people come up with ideas, they must be enabled so that they can actualize their ideas. That is extremely important. I would like to take the opportunity to acknowledge the support and appreciate the support that we have received from the government as Konza Technopolis. We also have received a lot of collaborative support from various countries, China, Italy, Spain, USA, and so forth. And we really appreciate that collaboration and that support. Throughout this conference, we look forward to engaging with insightful discussions and, most important, forging new partnerships, collaborations, and being able to work together, sharing knowledge, sharing skills as we move forward. Because really the world is one. And therefore, when you stretch your hand to assist somebody, you also get blessed in the process. We therefore need to really reflect, ask ourselves, how do science, technology, parks influence? How do they assist in innovation? And how, therefore, do they assist in structuring the future that we are moving towards? We need job creation. We need inclusive growth. And this can only be done through technological advancement. And it's, like I said earlier, not only in Africa, but globally. We believe through collaboration, shared purpose, shared dreams, being one as human beings, we can be able to unlock the unlock of unexploited opportunities that human beings face for the future. And the future is shared by all of us. And that is why we are very delighted that we are involved in this process. And I thank all of you for being able to join us. And I wish all of you a very productive, inspiring, and memorable conference, which will be transformative to all of us, to our countries, and to our shared future. Asante sana, and God bless all of you.
Asante sana, Prof. And for challenging us as well in the room to rethink how to unlock the opportunities in the tech ecosystems. And we will be looking forward to some wonderful panel discussions and presentations right after this that will seek to unlock these opportunities that you mentioned, Prof. So thank you so much for the challenge. Well, this event today, ISP 2024, would not be made possible without the support of our sponsors. And I would like to now welcome Steve Kamuya, Executive Director at Huawei, who is the platinum sponsor for ISP 2024. Let's appreciate him as he makes his way to the stage.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, the protocols observed, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I want to talk about the smart city, which closely relates to the theme of this event. And thank you all for being here. We are a company, as Huawei, which is based on science, research, and development. In fact, a half of our employees, they work in research and development, which is a big head count. And that means research and development forms a very core part of who we are. And out of our annual revenue, we plow back up to 25% on research and development. Huawei has been a great partner in ensuring that smart cities, which again is very fundamental as we talk about today's topic, grow forward. We strongly believe in applied research, in basic research and technology development. And actually, this forms the basic blocks of our technological advancement and innovative solutions. We also strongly believe in the importance of knowledge economy, which is economy founded on quality, quantity, and accessibility of information. A vis-a-vis economy which is founded on production. And we also strongly believe in the importance of science park, the likes of Consa Techno. We work closely with many ISP members, and particularly the Consa Technopolis Authority. And I'm sure that you had a chance to visit there, see Smart City, and the data center, which forms a critical infrastructure providing services to the citizens of this country. Huawei entered the sub-Saharan African region about 1998, and up to date, about 4,000 staff, and with a localization rate of 81%. And why this is important is because with Huawei being a technological leader and a lot of staff being equipped with technology and skills, we are able to support governments, we are able to support the stakeholders to the realization of smart city. Of course, Huawei is well renowned as an ICT equipment supplier globally, a global leader. But we have taken a broader view to look at how do we talk about the urban digitization. And the purpose and objective of this is to ensure that we empower cities with a digital solution that streamline operations, enhance service delivery, and of course, ultimately improve the lives of citizens. And we do this by leveraging on cutting-edge technologies, which brings in the improvement which are the key driving forces for economic development. Since 2016, our company started to explore on how to start supporting urban digitalization, and especially in areas like Asia's Pacific, Middle East, and African region. As we navigate the challenges which are brought in by urbanization, and of course technological advancement, the concept of smart city has taken traction. Leveraging on the cutting edge solutions, which I'm going to outline them briefly, we see this will bring efficiency, will bring sustainability, and make the lives of the citizens and the people better. Part of the cutting edge solution, we think, is computing, or what we call cloud computing. And this is fundamental. This is fundamental. This is a foundation of a smart city. Why? Because it brings scalability and efficiency and flexibility of infrastructures in urban cities and data. Networking is also very important. It brings about the aspect of connectivity, be it through fiber, 5G, IoT, where data are transmitted through these different scenarios of networking. Edge computing is another fundamental and very important cut-edging solutions, because it brings intelligence closer to the data source. Of course, it enhances the issue of privacy, it improves latency, and so the edge computing is very important as we talk about smart city. And the last and not the least is data aggregation. And we think about those solutions which collect and analyze data at a centralized place. And of course, we know one of the big challenges is how do we address about privacy and security of the data transmission. As we think about how data is collected, analyzed, to help the decision makers to make the right decisions, what we call precise decision making, we have to do it within the confines of the data protection laws. Overall, we think all these cutting edges are important when we talk about smart city. And when data is collected, then it's aggregated, then IOC, Integrated Operations Center, will be able to bring all this data and enable what we call a data-driven decision-making, real-time monitoring, and in a unified command center. Without much ado, we can't forget about the capital, the human capital, which is the greatest investment of a nation in a digital transformation. As Huawei, we have cooperated and we continue to cooperate with universities and technical institutions and other learning institutions to build the capacity and improve on the skill set, especially on technology aspects. And therefore, we are a proud partner in this region and in this continent and globally. And we believe with Smart City, it will be able to address a lot of challenges and also be able to relate to the topic of this theme, which is the demographic. How do we address, how do we bring entrepreneurship to our people? The Smart City is one way in which we believe the stakeholders, as we work together, will be able to address the challenges in urbanization and bring employment and be able to create more entrepreneurship in our cities. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, sir, at this juncture, it's with distinct honor that I may welcome the next speaker and moderator for this session, the PS Engineer John Tanui, MBS, who happens also to be the ISP Division President in Africa. Welcome, Bwana PS.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, my colleague, PS Professor Edward Kisiangani, our friend from Zimbabwe, Permanent Secretary in the Higher Education, Innovation, and Technology Development, Professor Matwara, and also our ISP Global President, Lena Miranda, CEO Eballoon, government representatives present, ISP directors who are here, ISP members from over 50 countries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our valued partners from Kenya and across. Good morning. Good morning again. Welcome to Nairobi, the heart of Africa's innovation and technology growth. Your Excellency, before I make my remarks, I would like just to recognize the PSS here for the members to see Professor Edward Kisiangani to stand. He is the Principal Secretary in charge of Broadcasting and Telecommunications, and our friend from Zimbabwe, Permanent Secretary from Zimbabwe. Thank you. Your Excellency, it's also important I recognize my colleagues, regional presidents who are here. Representing Australia, Tom Bartley, you could stand up, please. From Melbourne Innovation District, for European Division, Chana Pinta, Technology Park, Lucipan, Slovenia. Please stand up. We have from Brazil, Adriana, Latin America Division, Technopark. We have from Canada, Carviel. I think Carviel is not present, and Hussein Malmoudi from United Arab Emirates. Your Excellency, this is the team that we work together at the global level with the leadership of Lena Miranda. It is both a privilege and a great honor for Kenya, and particularly Konza Technopolis, to host this year's ISP World Conference under the theme Demographics, Entrepreneurship, and Technology, Defining the Frontiers of Future Economies. On behalf of Kenya and Konza Technopolis, I am very delighted to extend a warm welcome to all the delegates here, whether you've come from the African continent or from across the world. We gather here today at a key moment in history where the interplay of demographics, entrepreneurship, technology is reshaping the future of global economies. This convergence is not only influencing how we live and work, but also fundamentally transforming industries, communities, and the very foundations of our economies. Kenya, and particularly Konza Technopolis, is at the forefront of this transformation. It's one of the tools that our country is using for transformation. As a growing up of innovation and a catalyst for digital advancement in Africa, the Silicon Savannah was born out of this vision that technology, supported by robust entrepreneurship ecosystem, can drive sustainable and inclusive growth. Through strategic investment in infrastructure, education, and innovation, we aim to build a smart city that fosters talent, attracts global businesses, and propels country into the next phase of development. And I can add also that to be part of such a great network of science parks. But it's not just about technology. Demographic trends are equally critical in shaping the future of economies. With one of the youngest populations in the world, Africa is poised to leverage the dynamism and creativity of its youth to drive unprecedented levels of innovation and new technologies. Yet this also requires deliberate efforts to harness this potential by providing the necessary resources, skills, and platforms for the young innovators to thrive. I believe that the conversations we will have over the next few days here will provide insights and how we can collectively create the frameworks that support and empower these. Entrepreneurship is a key driver of economic development, and it is through innovation and entrepreneurship that continentally and even as a country, especially in our country, addressing the issue of unemployment. Service delivery to our citizens. Our challenge is the gap between the opportunities presented by demographic trends and the catalytic power of technology and entrepreneurship. On these vital issues. I urge you all to seize this opportunity long after this conference concludes. I encourage our colleagues from here in Kenya, Your Excellency, of innovations. Across the continent, we have 15 of them, close in Africa, to connect with the other science parks across the world and build even direct connections that can accelerate. We are happy that Concert Technopolis has already started engagements with Malacca Tech Hub, which is over 30 years old and are contributing over 20% of its GDP and 23% of its employment. And we are happy Felipe, who has been in that park for over the years. Your Excellency, we've started collaborations, and a few weeks ago, they sent a team here to engage our business community, to show them what is the value of a science park. How do you turn a small company into a global entity, especially by focusing on knowledge and specialty areas. And that is what Kenya needs so that it can unlock its potential in economic growth and creation of jobs. In conclusion, I look forward to a fruitful discussions that will chart the course for the future economies, driven by the power of demographics, entrepreneurship, and technology. Your Excellency, before I invite the next guest, I really want to thank our colleagues from the African continent, from Nigeria, from Botswana, Eswatini, South Africa, who are members of the International Association of Science Parks. When we were bidding, they really supported us, especially McLean Sipanda, a former African region president. McLean, please stand up. McLean Sipanda. Yes, thank you so much. He mentored me when I joined the organization as the regional president. McLean Sipanda really showed me the way and how to connect with the other global regions and to be able to sit, because I sit also at the global board under the chairmanship of President Lena. So thank you, McLean Sipanda. Your Excellency, I want now to invite our CEO, Epalun, who will take us through what ISP has been doing, and after that we'll have one more presentation from our president. Welcome, Epalun.
Good morning again. They asked me to be here on this side of the stage because I'm going to show you the highlights of the ISP, our international network. It has become a tradition now at our world conferences to give you some few updates, what is happening around the world, and certainly also in this conference we will also have the 3 winners of this year's edition of our Inspiring Solutions and other, I would say, very nice updates that I will be sharing with you. But first of all, very briefly about the ISP, as mentioned also in the opening remarks, we are the worldwide network for science technology parks, areas of innovation, innovation districts, and similar projects. We are 320 members in 76 countries, and also for more operational purposes, we have 6 regional divisions. One of them, our African division, where, by the way, we were in the African continent in 2008, and now we are so happy to be back here with our World Conference. And all these innovation spaces around the world, with their management teams, they are also the gateway or the access door to the many innovative companies located within these innovation hubs, all from the startups to the SMEs to the big corporates. So we are really connecting in larger layers when we are all here together in this knowledge-based community. And a very nice update is, since last year's World Conference in Luxembourg, we have welcomed 39 new members. You see them all here on screen. That's something we always love to celebrate, and also at the gala dinner we will also have a more formal ceremony to welcome all of them here in Nairobi. Other updates from the network: we have sub-networks, groups where we have more focused conversations on sectors, models, etc. In this case, we have two updates from Women in ISP. We have a new coordinator, that's Rod Spurs from Norwich Research Park in the UK. You can stand up, Ross, so we all get a face on for the coffee breaks. And then we also have the ISP Sustainability new coordinator, Yaruk Nadim, Pakistan. If you're here, you can also briefly stand up. There you are. Wonderful. Thank you. And also the ISP continues to grow in tools and in services. One highlight since we met last year in Luxembourg is around the ESG reporting survey, where we are this global observatory for the full community, capturing data and updates, and that is something that we will continue doing on a regular basis for the future, for members to compare and navigate, see where are the peers around the world on these items. Also, different knowledge sharing tools, performance evaluators, and the strategogram that we have of the association is also with updates, also with a tool for the innovation districts that are the newer models that we also welcome to our community. And the global survey of the association, that's a very special publication we only do every 3 years. It captures the full community, all the trends around the world, where we picture, you know, where we're heading. It's also very useful for comparison over the years. And we are right now processing all the data at the team, and we'll be publishing this later in the year, so around end of the year. So you will actually get a little sneak preview. That's an honor you will be having here in Nairobi. You see, I think an interesting highlight here is the support to talent, to attract talent, that is really so embedded in all our communities. Also another highlight, I would jump to the third one, that's around sustainability. If we think also of Concert Technopolis and how Concert Technopolis is with sustainability by design in its projects. So that's also a very important highlight, as many others that you will be receiving when we publish the publication. And also the SDGs, what our science parks, areas of innovation are doing in this field. You have the highlights there of the top ones, and it really confirms also the nature of the triple helix within our association and all the member communities. And what's next? We have more things coming up for the future. It's about meeting, having meaningful conversations, and all the connections that we are creating here, also building relationships in Kenya at this conference, but also in other locations around the world. So we will have, of the different regional divisions, we will be meeting in India later this year, the Asia-Pacific Division meeting. We have the WANA division, that's Western Asia and Northern Africa. They will meet in Sharjah, the Arab Emirates. We have Latin America, that's Parque Innovación in Buenos Aires, so they will be hosting the Latin America division. In Europe, we are honored to be visiting Neutech Park, that's in Bolzano in Italy. And then the North American division, the San in Canada, is going to host the community. That's our regional divisions, but all of you are always most welcome if you are interested in the knowledge sharing happening in those locations. And of course, next year, many of you will have noticed already, we will be meeting in Beijing, in China. We are already doing lots of collaboration with the local host community, with Sea Park, Beijing municipality. They are also all here to support and share more with you in the coffee break. So take note of the dates and also the theme. We will very soon get up the call for contributions, so you can try to get your be in the spotlight on the stage next year in China. And we also have to look further ahead, the future, 2026. Where will we be going then? That's also an exciting update. We have really the honor of 3 candidates. So they are also around. I'm sure they will be very happy and keen to share more about their local science parks, research park. We have from Dhahran Techno Valley, the bid from Saudi Arabia in collaboration with CAX. We have Edmonton Research Park with API from Canada. And then we have Sophia Antipolis Science and Technology Parks from France. So take the opportunity really to engage and have additional conversations. And next one, that's the highlight I mentioned at the beginning. That is the ISP Inspiring Solutions. We have the 11th edition now. A few years back, Consult Technopolis was one of the winners. So now it's a pleasure here also to share the updates of this program. We have 24 entries from 15 countries. And that is really a special moment because that is how we also inspire each other. We add layers to the knowledge sharing, and that is then all placed in a repository where we can tap into this knowledge for peers around the world. So let me briefly give them this acknowledgement. I'm going just to go by country. We have first the Innova Lacteos Acceleration Program, that's by Technopark Viçosa in Brazil, a program supporting startups in the milk production chain with training, networking, and financial backing. We have a biopharmaceutical industry incubation platform that's by C-Park Changping Park Management Committee in China, a platform that is accelerating biopharmaceutical R&D through refined lab management and technical services. Next one is Estonia. We have Innovation Leaders Club by Tenopol Estonia, a community fostering collaboration between corporate innovators and startups to drive innovation. Research Summer at PIT, that's by PIT Monterrey in Mexico, impactful internships for higher education students, fostering STEM career interest and integrating prospective researchers into the workforce. That's their inspiring solution. And then we jump to the next one, that's Rising Stars Startup Competition. That's by National Science and Technology Park in Pakistan. That's a competition promoting diversity in the innovation ecosystem by supporting marginalized and underrepresented entrepreneurs. Slovenia, Community Building Academy Ljubljana by Technology Park Ljubljana. That's an academy uniting the science park community builders to enhance commercial services, brand visibility, and international collaboration. Number 7 here. The numbers don't count. This is just to listen to all of them by countries. The Prototype Development Support Program. That's East London Science and Technology Park from South Africa. A program that aids entrepreneurs by leveraging sector-specific innovation opportunities. SDGs Challenges. That's by La Salle Tecnova Barcelona in Spain. An initiative engaging university students in developing entrepreneurial projects aligned with the UN SDGs. And then we have a Robotaxi Passenger Autonomous Vehicle Competition. That's by Bilisim Badisi in Turkey. That's a competition engaging university and high school teams in developing autonomous driving technologies. We have Surrey Women's Entrepreneurship Network by Surrey Research Park in the UK. And that's a network that supports women entrepreneurs by enhancing access to funding, providing investor readiness, and fostering entrepreneurship. So from these 10, we will know tomorrow at the gala dinner the 3 winners. I'm not going to reveal that today. We are sponsored by IKP Knowledge Park in India, and we really look forward to sharing this special moment with you at the gala dinner of our conference. 2 more highlights, and then I will be done. We have, of course, also this celebration. We started last year to say, what is the country with most delegates here in this year's conference? And this is a nice moment simply to give a round of applause. There's no special prize, just the clapping, but I am delighted to share with you the top 5. The country with most delegates this year is China. Congratulations. And they are closely followed by Brazil, Thailand, Spain, and Saudi Arabia. Congratulations. And of course, we always love to welcome more peers, so if you want this highlight next year on the screen, try to mobilize your peers from your country. We want to meet all of you next year in Beijing. The more we are, the better our conversation. So that is also where we appreciate the strong presence from the whole African continent here today to connect with our international colleagues. The very last highlight, that's the final one, that is our 40 years of supporting innovation around the world with all of you, and that is a highlight I'm delighted to make. To celebrate this, we have created, and a little bit inspired also by the guest book at Concert Technopolis, this is an anniversary book. We really invite all of you to take a picture, the QR code, and you can drop your own anniversary greeting to the ISP. Pick maybe your favorite picture from your ISP years or traveling or when you have been with us around the world. You can also post a short video, whatever you feel like sharing with all the colleagues, and then we look forward to announcing it also to the wider world as something that has been launched here in Nairobi, Kenya, at the World Conference. So here's to the next 40 years. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you also for your presence. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Balloon. The host country is not counted in the terms of highest delegates, otherwise Kenya would have led. Your Excellency, it's a pleasure. Now we invite the President of ISP, Lena Miranda. Welcome.
Your Excellency, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, Principal Secretary John Tanui for ICT and Digitalization in Kenya, our local hosts, our President of the Concert Technopolis, Rafael Manuel, and CEO Jean-Paul Okwiri. Thank you for so generously welcoming us to your country, to Africa, and to Nairobi. It's a great, great pleasure to be here, together with the Board of Directors, the Board of Executives, and with all of you, friends and family from all around the world. I'm so happy to see you. I call you my global family of innovation pioneers. The World Conference is the highlight of the year when we get to meet in person and share our thoughts and ideas. We also celebrate the 40 years of ISP of coming together. And this is also, as Ebba said, a highlight to all of us. We are more than 50 countries gathering here in Nairobi. That's a wonderful example of a strong and global association and collaboration that have lived for so many years and will do for many years to come. ISP has been evolving rapidly in recent years, reflecting broader trends in technology, innovation, and urban development. ISP brings together science parks, areas of innovation, innovation districts, research-driven ecosystems, and knowledge hubs worldwide. And its development has been shaped by an increasing focus on sustainability, social impact, and cross-border collaborations. In a world of growing technology, technological complexity, and interdependence, ISP is increasingly central of fostering the global cooperation, enabling regions to navigate the future of technology and innovation in ways that are resilient and inclusive and impactful. While geopolitical barriers can pose significant challenges to us, innovation ecosystems that are adaptable, collaborative, and globally oriented can continue to thrive. By leveraging technology, decentralizing innovation hubs, engaging in diplomacy, and focusing on shared global challenges, stakeholders can drive innovation forward despite political tension. This year, we have gathered here in Nairobi to explore future trends shaped by demographics, entrepreneurship, and technology. We are facing a future where solutions are increasingly customized to address specific needs based on local population dynamics. Regions like yours, with youthful population, will drive innovation in digital industries, while aging regions like mine will turn to automation, AI, and assistive technologies. Sustainability, healthcare, education, and workforce transformation will be the central focus as the world navigates the challenges and opportunities presented by shifting demographic patterns. The African innovation ecosystem is rapidly evolving and has distinct characteristics driven by its unique socio-economic context, diverse cultures, and pressing local challenges. I'm very glad that I had the opportunity, together with PS John Tanui, to visit a Swedish startup called Rome Electrics Monday morning. They started off in Sweden in 2017, and in 2018 they relocated here to Nairobi, Kenya, and here they design, develop, and produce electric motorbikes. And this, for me, shows the potential of the African market. They chose to come here because you're an emerging market. You are also heavily investing in energy transformation. So this was the right place for them to be. And I'm happy to share with you that they today are 200 employees, and they have 90% young Kenyans working for them, recruited from your best universities around Nairobi. This inspired me. I hope it will inspire all of you from the 50 countries to send your startups to take part of this amazing continent. We will have 3 days of sharing experiences with our fellow peers, practitioners, innovation, passionate about innovation. I know we will have wonderful talks, wonderful experience to bring back home. I hope that we can share some good ideas that you can adapt and implement here in Kenya, and I'm sure that we will be inspired by the work that you are doing here to take home to our local and regional projects and implement them there. With this said, I would like to say once again, welcome to the ISP World Conference, the 41st one, and leave the floor to my colleague PS Juan Tanui and Asante Sana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ISP President Lena Miranda. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, we intended to have a keynote address from one of our African luminaries in the space, and also go to panel discussions where we'll have some of the papers presented. I'll request Your Excellency we listen to just one presentation, which will be preceded by a short clip. This is a paper on digital platforms and the role in promoting circular entrepreneurship for sustainable electronic waste management in Kenya by William Rutter and Hilary Ntambiri. Your Excellency, When we were bidding for this conference, we shared this with His Excellency the President, and Ms. Asandi said when we win, he will present a paper, and he actually jointly worked with Dr. Ndambiri, who is here to present the paper, and there is a clip by His Excellency the President. So, Dr. Ndambiri, welcome. Also, we can have the clip start as Ndambiri comes, and he will take about 10 minutes in the presentation.
Hamjambo, greetings. It is my honor and privilege to invite you to the International Association of Science Parks and Areas of Innovation World Conference, taking place right here in Nairobi this September. Nairobi stands as a vibrant hub for science and technology and innovation in Africa. Known as the Silicon Savannah, our city proudly hosts major tech companies and a thriving international community. Kenya is at the forefront of initiatives driving technological advancement and fostering a dynamic ecosystem for both startups and established enterprises. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all of you for choosing Kenya, and especially Konsa Technopolis, as the venue for the IASP World Conference 2024. Your presence here underscores our shared commitment to innovation, sustainability, and the future of global enterprise. It is my pleasure to invite you to join me for the first scientific paper presentation of this conference that addresses a pressing global challenge and opportunity faced by nearly every country today, and that is sustainable electronic waste management. As we stand on the cusp of the future, science parks must lead by example in promoting sustainability, particularly in the management of electronic waste. In an era where billions of people rely on electronic devices, most of which have a lifespan of less than 5 years, there is an urgent need for responsible production and disposal practices. My paper, titled Digital Platforms and Their Role in Promoting Circular Entrepreneurship for Sustainable Electronic Waste Management in Kenya, delves into the critical role digital platforms can play in advancing circular entrepreneurship. This approach not only addresses electronic waste management, but also aligns with the global priorities of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. I warmly invite you to join me for this insightful presentation, and I encourage you to take full advantage of the knowledge and opportunities that this conference has to offer. Together, we can shape the future of innovation and sustainability. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Kindly allow me to stand on the protocols already established and present the paper that were co-authored with His Excellency and their role in promoting circular entrepreneurship for sustainable in Kenya. I would like to reiterate on the statement about the ICT challenge, and that is it, whereby unsustainable consumption, production and consumption and electronic gadgets finding their way into. At the end of the day, we have this, so that we leave the management of this waste among actors who use rudimentary methods to extract whatever they are valuable. So they still leave a lot of toxic materials in these items, in these electronic gadgets, so that when they seepage, and this seepage finds its way into the soils, into the waters, and there are clips that have been going around on in the informal management of this waste, and they have kits. And at the end of the day, you find other people also act as burning cables so as to harvest the copper wires from these discarded gadgets. So at the end of the day, you find that really we are doing a lot of damage to the environment, and also our health also gets affected, because electronic waste really has a carcinogenic effect if not treated well. So I would like to talk about e-waste statistics, and this is what we have. The electrical and electronic equipment put on the market, e-waste generated from that, and also the e-waste formerly collected. So we have Asia, we have the Americas, we have Europe, Africa, East Africa, and Kenya. So from these you can see that Asia is leading in having electrical and electronic waste being put in the market, and also leading in e-waste generation, but lags behind when it comes to formal collection of the e-waste. Per capita, electrical and electronic waste are being put in the market, and also per capita e-waste generated. You find that Europe is leading in per capita electronic and electrical equipment being put into the market, and also the per capita e-waste generated. Kenya is defined, and this is in kilotons. Now, about the e-waste collection rate. Europe is leading with 43%, America 30%, Asia 12%, Africa 1%, East Africa 1%, and Kenya 0%. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Is that something needs to be done so that we manage the electronic waste, without which then we'll have a lot of it heading into the landfills. And one of such approaches that has been touted in the literature is circular entrepreneurship. Why circular? Because it's a shift from the linear model, whereby you take, use, and dispose. But in this case, you are allowing the item to continuously being used, so that once it gets to when it exhausts its life, its useful life, it is taken up by other actors who are able to take it through recycling, or reuse, or refurbish, or engineer, and have it back into the market. Circular entrepreneurship cannot work on its own. It needs enablers. And one of those enablers is the digital platforms. Digital platforms, we are talking about Pigiame in Kenya. We also have Gigi. We also have the eBay in the Western world. All these platforms provide an enabling environment to e-waste management. And why? Because these platforms are able to link producers and consumers. They're able to link consumers and buyers and the sellers, so that at the end of the day we have this complete loop whereby the discarded materials are able to go to have their life, useful life extended, and have their useful life extended, and also reduce the amount of waste that goes into the landfills. So what role does digital platforms play in the whole setup of e-waste management? They provide a marketplace for circular products. They enable the repair and refurbishment of electronic data analytics for sustainable business models. Digital platforms also allow collaboration and resource sharing. For instance, with the share grid, they also support recycling and waste management. They also facilitate crowdsourcing. As I end this presentation, what I'm saying is that we need to do something about the e-waste management. It's real, it's there, and we are all consuming electrical and electronic gadgets, and once technology changes, once the useful life of the gadget reaches peak, we just discard them. We don't have ways of managing the e-waste. We don't have actors collecting it. We don't have actors processing the discarded gadgets. We also don't have the enabling environment which can be used to harness all these activities among these actors. So the point is, let us see how to harness the technologies that we have, promote e-waste collection, promote e-waste processing, so that at the end of the day we have our landfills free of e-waste. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ndambiri. Your Excellency, this points to a key area that touches our ministry. Myself and PS Kisiangani will be looking at downloading that paper in full and looking at how to action, because as we digitize, connect the rest of the country, make sure every home is connected, there will be an increased number of devices across the country, and we need to look at these devices just across its lifestyle, its life cycle. So we'll be looking at that, myself, PS Kisiangani, and PS Environment, and the other colleagues, and also the rest of the papers which will be presented here. We're expecting these papers to be available in our portal, which we can easily download and engage further. Your Excellency, it's now a great pleasure to take this opportunity. I ask all of us to stand up as we invite His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, to give his remarks. Welcome, Your Excellency.
President Elena Miranda, the IASP CEO Eba Lud, Conza Technopolis CEO, Tech Innovators and Incubators, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I extend a warm welcome to you to Nairobi, Kenya, the Silicon Savannah of Africa and the world. Karibuni sana to Nairobi, which was voted the best city to visit in 2024 by Lonely Planet. It is at the heart of a country that is on the cusp of a digital evolution. I'm here to represent President William Ruto, who is out of the country attending the United Nations General Assembly. And I bring warm greetings from our President. We are honored to host the 41st International Association of Science Parks and Areas of Innovation World Conference, which is happening in Africa for the second time in 40 years. On behalf of President William Ruto, the government of Kenya, and the people of this great country, we thank IASP for this special recognition. It is an affirmation of Nairobi and Kenya as the emerging and towering epicenter of digital innovation and technology revolution in Africa and the world. It is even more exciting that the conference's theme, demographics, entrepreneurship and technology, defining the frontiers of future economies, underscore the government of Kenya's strategic focus of adopting and integrating ICT to power and drive sustainable socio-economic transformation. This is as envisioned in our development blueprint of Vision 2030, which also aligns with Agenda 2030 of the United Nations and Agenda 2063 of the African Union, which provide a roadmap to inclusive, sustainable prosperity of communities and societies. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this conference also happens when our administration is implementing robust projects and programs to spark and spur development. Our government has tasked the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy to lead in installation of 100,000 kilometers fiber optic cable across Kenya, as we also set up digital hubs in the 1,400 wards across the country. These hubs are providing vital access to digital platforms and job opportunities for our young people, whether in urban or rural settings. In just 2 years, nearly 20,000 Kenyan youths have engaged as digital workers, contributing to enterprises across Asia, America, and Europe. The digital hubs are not only fertile innovation incubation centers, but also springboards to a knowledge-based and tech-driven sustainable economy founded on efficiency service delivery. Indeed, Kenya has identified and embraced technology. Our e-citizen platform now offers a wide range of citizen services, from birth and marriage registration to more complex administrative processes to our people and visitors from across the globe. This is one of the reasons we are meeting here to explore and exchange knowledge and best practices for shared growth and development across the globe. We are therefore synchronizing and solidifying our approach to breaking barriers and usher in a new era of innovation in various sectors of our economy. In this conference, we are laying a foundation of refining and redefining transformative frontiers to support sustainable economies. For instance, Kenya has identified manufacturing and industrial revolution as one of the pathways to development under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. This is similar to our sister nations across Africa and other developing regions. Agripreneurship is the basis of manufacturing. This requires technology for all year-round production as we transform farming from a subsistence to a high-return source of livelihoods for families. As such, we have to invest in our tech-savvy youth in climate resilience to buttress sustainable agriculture. This will feed into smart manufacturing, which promotes and preserves the environment. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is against this background that Kenya continues to invest and fast-track development of the Konza Technopolis. This technopark is the home of research-backed entrepreneurship, an incubation and hatchery of startups, and a link to mentorship, partnership, and business opportunities within and beyond our borders. This is important because technology is unlimited. It transcends borders, offering business opportunities in solutions to global issues, and in return, providing a framework of linking local business enterprises to the global economy besides digital jobs. That is why Kenya is committed to unlocking digital opportunities for our citizens. I wish to express our profound appreciation to the International Association of Science Parks and Areas of Innovation for its crucial role in spurring the growth of science parks and innovation hubs worldwide. Your efforts have been instrumental in nurturing ecosystems that foster creativity, collaboration, and advancement in technology. This is through providing a direct link between learning institutions, innovation hubs, and a pool of industry experts in these exclusive knowledge exchange fountains. Our higher learning institutions, like the University of Nairobi Science and Technology Park, are generating knowledge and potent research-based innovations which will benefit from science parks in linkage to industrial application. This is important for our country and other developing nations as we focus on the youth in the growth of micro, small, and medium enterprises and other sectors. As Kenya hosts this conference, we are showcasing investment opportunities in Konza Technopolis, our flagship project, as we build a self-sustaining smart city to support the various strands of the economy. Such smart cities must set the pace in propagating an enabling environment that allows for the converting imagination into innovations in line with the demands of time. Tech-leading countries globally are reaping from infusing artificial intelligence into agriculture, health, trade, manufacturing, tourism, education, among other critical sectors of the economy. Kenya and Africa cannot prosper by consuming imported technology and innovation only. We have unique resources and challenges which must inform our deliberate and strategic investment in research and development as a precursor to customized solutions. With artificial intelligence estimated to contributing $15.7 trillion to the global economy by the year 2030, Kenya and Africa must have a bite of the benefit of this technology. It is an even playground in innovation. Nothing stops us from exporting our excess technology to the world. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in technology and innovation lies immense potential of transforming the lives and livelihoods of our people in Africa. Even as we bank on innovation, there are barriers that we must be ready to overcome through strengthening collaboration and partnership at national and international spaces. One of such challenges is cybersecurity threats. Criminals are innovating to be ahead of everyone. With the globe predicted to lose at least $20 trillion by the year 2026, we must invest more in securing the digital ecosystem. This calls for harmonization of laws, policies, and regulations to ensure stricter and prohibitive penalties against national, international, and transnational cybercrimes. This conference is a blend of sound minds in the technology sector. We have an opportunity to define the tomorrow and the future of our people through resolute resolutions that will bring the real socio-economic change that we seek in sustainable development. On this note, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure on behalf of President William Ruto to declare the 41st International Association of Science Parks and Areas of Innovation World Conference officially open. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. I want once more to welcome you to the city of Nairobi. And as the CEO was communicating the highest number of delegates, as I sat there, I assumed that since the venue of the conference is a walking distance for the Kenyan people, the Kenyan delegates would have been the majority. I'm yet to understand how our brothers and sisters from China outnumbered us. I think, PS, you need to see me behind the tent to do some explanation. On a lighter note, let me take this opportunity to digress and for 2 minutes take this opportunity to market our tourism to the international delegates present here. Please, don't leave this country before taking, and there's a lot of sunbathing. Don't just go back to Europe and to America and to Asia. Our cultural heritage is the best in the world. You must get a chance to interact with the Masai Marans and enjoy their beautiful dances. And those Masais, they kill lions with their bare hands. You need to see them. And finally, as you came here from the various destinations across the world, you carried some money in foreign currency, either with a Visa card or in cash. Please don't go back with that money. Make sure at the end of the conference you spend to the last coin. We do need that for an exchange. As you board the plane back, you have left some money back at home. Leave whatever you have with us here. So I want to thank you for attending this great conference. The organizers, thank you very much. I'm sure you will have very fruitful discussion, and we are honored as a country to have hosted this great conference. And I want to thank the organizers, the participants, and each and every one of you for your time, for your commitment, and for the very, very robust discussion that you have been having and continue to have. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
So let us allow the next to leave and thank you very much.
Rũciũ rwaku na rwa njiarwa ciaku nĩ rwa bata na rwa mwanya, na nĩguo gũkinyanĩria iroto ciaku ũrabatara gũkorwo wĩigithĩtie mũthithũ waku harĩ kambuni njihokeku Gachagua Sacco. Aya nĩo mehoketwo guoka nĩ wĩigithia kumana na wĩigĩrĩrĩki wa gĩkĩro kĩa igũrũ wĩra-inĩ wao. We mũikari wa Nairobi, Kasarani na matũra marĩa marigicĩirie, igithia na Gachagua Sacco, kũrĩa wĩ mũndũ kĩũmbe ũreyandĩkithia na ciringi 2,000 na ngurubu nĩ ciringi 3,000, na kuma hau ũkaigithia kwa ihinda rĩa mĩeri 6, nayo ũgakorwo na mweke wa kuoya ngombo ĩrĩa ũkũhũrĩrwo maita 3 ma kĩrĩa ũgũkorwo wĩigithĩtie, na ĩrĩa ũraheo mĩaka 2 kũrĩha, na njoherera cia ngombo nĩ 1% reducing balance. Kĩgĩna kĩnini kĩrĩa ũngĩigithia harĩ mweri nĩ ciringi 1,000. Mĩthemba ya ngombo iria tũheanaga nĩ school fees loan, business loans, shamba loans, development loans, education loans na emergency loans. Tũcerere wabici-inĩ citũ Max Plaza kũng'ethanĩra na Kasarani Police Station 3rd floor. Hunters nĩ Hunters Stage, Dean's House hakuhĩ na Equity ATM, na kuo Kayole Junction nĩ Junction Plaza kũrigania na Stage. Oho no tũhũrĩre thimũ kũhĩtũkĩra 02078523337 kana 0702962069. Gachagua Sacco, managing finances together.
nĩ tũramũcokeria ngatho tondũ mĩgũnda yothe ramwendagĩria nĩ mũreketie kũgũra yo.
Na rĩu twĩna mũgũnda mwerũ ũretwo Highway Gardens ũrĩa tũrakwenderia thogora wa 850,000 kĩagĩa 50 by 100.
Na mĩgũnda itũ wagũra ũrarĩha ciringi 100 ũgacoka ũkaheo mwaka ũmwe kũrĩha. Warĩkia kũrĩha cash tũkũnengera mahiga rori 2 ũkanjĩrĩria mwaka waku. Na ithuĩ nĩ ithuĩ tũrutaga andũ kombori-inĩ tũkamatua komborithania. Mĩgũnda ĩno yothe itũ hakuhĩ na mataũni na kila shamba iko na lende title deed.
Gũkũ kwa mawega tũigire tũtikoima.
Tucerere Kasarani nyũmba-inĩ ya Max Plaza kana ũhũre thimũ 0798 555 444. Mawega Company Limited, turning tenants into landlords.